Hey everybody! So in my last video I talked about how I found out I was pregnant, and today I thought I would probably talk about how I told my parents. That's always one of the most stressful things to do when you find out you're pregnant, especially as a teenager. I had it a little bit easier though. I was in a different state than one of my parents at least, and I was staying with my grandparents at the time. So I wasn't living with either of them, so I didn't get to see the look of shame, but I felt it just as much as I would if I was there. I called my mom, even though she wasn't the first person I told. I called my mom and I told her, I found out I was pregnant. I had already talked to my big brother Andre. I was crying, she was crying. Pretty much, she was really not happy about the situation, but she accepted it really well. She's been a support system for me through this whole entire experience from day one. She's been awesome. She pretty much told me, we're gonna, handle the situation head on, find you an OBGYN or, whatever you need. We're gonna get you on prenatals. It was really great. She, of course, told me, you start eating better, stop eating garbage, and so I got all that talk. She pretty much told me she was going to tell my stepdad, but I ended up handling that as well. Me and him don't have the greatest relationship, but, when I told him about it, I sent it through a text, which I know isn't the greatest way to handle the situation, but I sent him through a text and pretty much told him, I'm really sorry. I know this isn't what you wanted for me. I know this isn't what we expected. I know you're probably disappointed in me. But he also was like, you're right. I'm disappointed. I didn't want this for you, but it's going to be okay. We're going to handle it. The rest of my family took it pretty well. When I told my grandparents, like I said, who I was staying with, I was sitting in the car. I was sitting in the back seat, and they were driving me home, and my grandma had suspicion for a few weeks because I was in my room just sleeping. I was so tired. Then I'd come down, eat everything in the house, go back upstairs, sleep. She at first thought I was really depressed, but after she thought about what my mom went through when she was pregnant, because she was also a teen mom, it kind of clicked with her that I was pregnant. And so she kind of was trying to get me to tell her. She was pushing me. She was like, you want some bananas instead of that bag of chips? Do you want some apples and oranges and bell peppers? And you want extra, vegetables on your salad? All these things, trying to get me to tell her. She knew I needed to eat better. But when I told her, she just looked to my grandpa, like she turned so quick to my grandpa. She goes, I told you, Gary. I knew she was pregnant. And, we got out of the car and they hugged me and they said it was going to be okay, and they didn't think of me any different. They weren't judging me. It's not what anybody wanted for me. It's not what I wanted for myself. But this little guy's a blessing, and they knew that it wasn't going to ruin my life. Don't let anyone ever tell you, if you're a teen parent, that your life is ruined and you're not going to do anything. I mean, I'm a senior this upcoming year. I finished my last year of high school last year with pretty decent grades. I still do my hobbies. I'm a dancer. I sing. I don't do any classes or anything, but I mean, I'm still pursuing things that I like. I do my own choreography. I post them on Facebook. I do all these things that I enjoy. My life didn't end. I didn't practically die. I mean, it's not perfect, but it is what it is. Family members who didn't take it so well. This wasn't all peachy for me. When I told my dad, I went to his house and my grandparents were there. And I first sent him a text and I told him, because there was this big fight and about something totally unrelated. And he told me that he didn't want to talk to me and blah, blah, blah. And I went to his house and I told him, I'm only telling you I'm pregnant because legally if it's medical information about me, I have to tell you. It's in our parenting plan that I have to inform you that I'm pregnant, or else I wouldn't want anything to do with you. So he didn't take it very well. At first he thought I was joking, and I told him, no, like, I'm serious, on God, I'm pregnant. And there was yelling and screaming. I don't even remember the whole conversation. I do remember he told me, since I'm pregnant, I should go jump off a bridge and kill myself. Not something you want to hear from your dad, but it happened. My grandparents wouldn't even look me in the face. That was one of the lowest points in my life, when my own family, who say they love me so much and they care about me so much, said those things to me and treated me that way. You know, I'm not perfect. I made a mistake, but, you know, it is what it is. People reacted different ways, and for a while, that side of my family didn't talk to me, but we're better. And my dad still hasn't met him because I live in Nevada. He lives in Washington State, but we are planning on taking a trip to my boyfriend's mom's house, and we're gonna go see my family then. So my sisters and my brother and my aunt, uncle, everyone's gonna get to meet him, little Maverick, and it's gonna be good, hopefully. So pretty much, you know, don't hide it from your family. Don't keep it from your boyfriend, you know. Just, you know, tell people, get it over with. My biggest piece of advice, don't hate yourself. Your life isn't going to be over just because you have a baby. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be different, but it's definitely not over. And that's pretty much all I have for you to take away from this. Have anything else to add? No? I think that's it. All right. Bye.